guys, I gotta tell you, I don't think I remember laughing for that long amount of time in my entire life. It's almost 2 hours of continuous comedy. My stomach hurt. I was perspiring. It was crazy. Let me show you this program here so you can kind of see what kind of bloopers you're in for. You can see just how kind of amateur this is. The font's falling off the page. It's continuing over here. This is just a small representation of the comedy that you're in for. Now, because of the nature of this play, I'm going to try not to reveal too much because I seriously recommend that if you're going to see this play, try not to Google anything. Try not to YouTube anything because it really is something that spontaneity is what really makes this just a gem. If I had to describe it, the kind of flavor they put in it, it's going to be like Monty Python meets Benny Hill meets Clue because it's a murder mystery. And seriously, it's all about a amateur company or an amateur theater company or maybe even a community theater trying to put together a play and all the problems that they encounter. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so really what the play is about is an amateur play company putting on a play. It's a murder mystery. So that's really not what this is about. What this is about is them trying to overcome all of the amateur mistakes that happen during a production. So it doesn't matter if you've never been in a play, you can kind of imagine what it would be like maybe to be on stage and kind of fear things happening. And if you have been on stage, you're going to recognize a lot of things that are happening and go, oh no, what's going to happen later on? There's a lot of continuity things that I'm going to go over. Well, not a lot of things, just a few things. Because like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. But in entirety, you got the detective and the suspects and of course, a butler. So let me go over the stage first. The stage is absolutely awesome, right? It takes place in a mansion. So you kind of have a living room area and then on the top there's a study area. And there's an actual elevator that these people go up and it goes ding and it goes up and down. And the stage is built in a way where things happen. I'm just going to leave it at that. So if you're wondering how much of the stage is used, every last bit. Now, my favorite actor throughout this entire play, and keeping in mind, guys, this is a very difficult thing because each of these actors had such command, physical comedy. They had the lines just smacking each other around. But for me, the guy that pulled it off was Peyton Krim. He plays Robert Grove, who plays Thomas Collimore. And guys, I have a soft spot in my heart for guys that have to play straight comedic roles. I had to do that a while ago in a short story called The Star Spangled Girl. And it's hard to keep it straight, keep it funny, because everybody else has funny lines. Your lines aren't that funny. Everybody's got these great comedic slapstick physical comedy that they're doing, and you're really not doing anything funny. But your timing has to be so precise. And this guy has a big booming voice. If I had to kind of think of a voice that's similar, it would be Plankton from SpongeBob. So yes, this big, deep English accent. This guy's voice was so booming at the ending of the play. They were collecting donations down in the lobby before the meet and greet. And I could hear him up on the second floor. I was up on the second floor and I could hear, "Excuse me, madam, would you like a photograph?" And it was just an outstanding job. So congratulations to Peyton Grimm. Awesome job. Alright guys, let me close it up by talking about my most favorite scene. And I know I said I wasn't going to reveal anything. And I know I said I want you guys to look it up. But if you have to look something up and you really want to get a good feel for how good this play is, you can YouTube The Play That Goes Wrong and you can see this exact scene I'm talking about. But before getting into that, I just want to reiterate that if you've never been in a play, it doesn't matter because there's enough laughs, comedic, physical comedy, and lines to keep you laughing throughout the entire play. And for those of you who have been on stage, there are some things you're going to pick up on, like the overacting, the playing up to the crowd, the drop lines. The drop lines actually makes up a really funny scene where they just keep looping and looping and looping, and that scene just will make you pee. You're gonna pee in your pants. Just remember I said a loop scene, and you're gonna know what I mean. So if you've been on stage, you're gonna pick up on all those things. Even if you haven't, though, there's enough comedy to last you the entire play. Alright, let me get into talking about this scene. And keeping in mind, I just picked this scene. It could have been any one of them because they're all drop dead funny. But in this scene, there's 4 actors on stage. Florence Collimore gets knocked out by her brother totally unintentionally. She missed her mark. She was in the wrong place. He swings the door open. She's behind the door. Boom, she passes out. And the 3 actors on stage still have lines with her. And the lines they're pretty funny. And in the ending, it kind of connects to a continuity problem. So her second love interest, while she's knocked out on the ground, just passed out cold, is like, "Oh no, look, she's going into one of her fits." And her brother goes, "Oh no, please try to calm down." And the detective's like, "Oh no, please stop doing that." The brother goes, "Calm down, where are you going?" The detective goes, "Stop, where are you going? And the brother goes, get back here this instant. And they're all, the timing is so perfect, guys. You have to be so good to make this look so bad at the same time. And if you guys want to, you can look it up. You can YouTube it and say, hey, the play that goes wrong, again, it's going to be there. But try not to. But if you have to, it's there. But that's not the funniest part here. So the brother leaves, and the detective is questioning the second love interest. And what happens is they got to get her off stage, right? So you see the curtain open up. The brother is back there with another person. They close the curtain. They try to reach under the curtain, and they try to yank her through the window. So they grab her, they pick her up, and they get a good grab hold of her. And they're yanking her, and her head just keeps banging into the side of the window. And the sounds get louder and louder. People start laughing more and more and more. And the two guys on the side are trying to get through their lines, but it can't, because the laughter from the audience and the banging of her head against the wall gets to a point where it finally gets to where the detective has to go to the window and say, look at the weather outside. So he has to go to the window where the guys are trying to pull her through the window. He opens the window, and then there's now 4 people trying to yank her through. Her dress comes up, her panties come out. They try to turn her around. Now her arm's getting caught on it. It increasingly gets more crazy as that scene goes along. Eventually, they finally get her out. But again, if you guys want to go check it out, please do. I encourage you not to, but if you have to, it's there on YouTube for you to look at. But guys, that's the ending of this review of the play that goes wrong. If you enjoyed it, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo 365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys later.